just spill your beans, Tommy.
When it comes to independent cinema, there is no studio that has contributed more within the last decade than A24. In a landscape filled with reboots, sequels, and cinematic universes, they have proven to be one of the few studios willing to take huge creative risks on original projects and talent, and to great success. They have won a total of 16 Oscars and have been responsible for the debuts of several now high-profile directors, including Ari Aster with Hereditary, Greta Gerwig with Lady Bird, the Daniels with Swiss Army Man, and Robert Eggers with The Witch, to name but a few.
Boo!
Recently added to this long and illustrious list is none other than Celine Song with the best romance film of last year, Past Lives.
Wow.
However, there is so much more to Past Lives than just its exploration of love.
버리는 게 있으면 얻는 것도 있거든요.
Past Lives is a film split into 3 main acts, which span over 20 years. Nora and Hae-sung, two deeply connected childhood friends, are torn apart when Nora's family emigrates from South Korea. Nora's story mirrors Celine Song's in many ways. Both are playwrights who live in New York. Both met their husbands at artist retreats. Both of Celine's parents were also artists, with her father being the filmmaker Nyung Han Song, who actually made a Korean film called Number 3, which stars the legendary actors Choi Min-sik and Song Kang-ho. But the most important similarity between Nora and Celine Song is that both moved from Korea to Canada as children, before emigrating to America. Nora at her core is an immigrant, and we see this inner conflict play out throughout the film. There is the initial separation, not only from Hae-sung but from Korea itself. Filled with playful optimism, upon arriving in Canada, there is the stark reality of not knowing the local language, culture, or customs. For the first time, A-young, who is now called Nora, finds herself alone and far from home.
The long journey of rotting.
I liked it too.
12 years later, Nora is now in New York. With the internet becoming more prevalent, she seeks information on her former classmates. Even though such a long period of time has passed, her Korean heritage and culture are and always will be a part of her. But things are different now. Nora is different.
너 요즘도 잘 울어?
아니?
Due to Nora's emigration, when she does reunite with Hae-sung, there is such a clear contrast between the two, both ideologically and culturally. Nora has become more independent, choosing to live alone and communicating with her mum by phone. Hae-sung, on the other hand, is a collectivist, seen socialising with his friends and still living with his parents. Even their respective careers are polar opposites, with Nora opting for an unstable and risky career as a writer, while Hae-sung is studying to be an engineer. They live on opposite sides of the world, but they are still bound to one another. After regularly speaking with Hae-sung, Nora begins to unlock a part of herself that had long been dormant.
보고 싶다.
This realisation is incredibly painful to her, to the point that she can no longer continue talking to Hae-sung. Nora has emigrated twice to be in the position she is, and she wants to make a life for herself in New York. Her speaking with Hae-sung has placed her in a liminal space, a world between worlds. In such a difficult headspace, she makes the decision to go to the artist retreat, where she meets the other most important person in her life, Arthur. Here another key theme of the film is introduced, and that is Inyan.
It means providence. Or fate.
Another 12 years pass, and Nora finds herself at immigration again, only this time she is returning to New York from Toronto and is married to Arthur. They now live in New York permanently and have both created a life for themselves as writers.
Some crossings you pay for with your whole life.
Arthur is the most important person in Nora's life. He is the one she loves the most and is the individual with whom she has 8,000 layers of yin. Arthur is Nora's life partner, but Arthur alone is only one key.
It's like there's this whole place inside of you where I can't go.
Emigration has completely altered the course of Nora's life, and there is a part of her that is left closed off that only Hae-sung can unlock, for he is the other key to Nora. Over 2 decades after Nora departed from Korea, she finally reunites with Hae-sung in a truly beautiful scene. Hae-sung's purpose for travelling to New York is to visit Nora and find closure with her. Arthur doubts Nora due to the part of her he cannot access, but upon meeting Hae-sung, his mind is put at ease. I really love Arthur's humility in the fact that he only wants the best for Nora. He and Hae-sung have lived in entirely different worlds and have never crossed paths, but both of these worlds are essential to Nora. With all of this context I have laid out, we can really appreciate the brilliance of the opening scene of Past Lives. Speculation, different worlds, and the story's main perspective are all established from the very first frame. So simple yet so effective.
이민 잘 갔어.
나도 그렇게 생각해.
Hae-sung finds his resolution with Nora after meeting and observing her relationship with Arthur. He can see that in this lifetime, Nora and Arthur have the 8,000 layers of yin, and he accepts the circumstances of their relationship with the belief that it'll be different in another lifetime. Even though he can't be with her romantically in this lifetime, he loves her for exactly who she is and wishes her the best.
그때 보자.
After Nora says her final goodbye to Hae-sung, she has finally been unlocked and made whole. She cries, and for the first time, Arthur finally understands who she really is. Nora mourns for what was, what could have been, and what is. While Past Lives has romantic elements, what the film is truly about is identity. Throughout the film, Nora is uncertain about who she is or where she belongs. Is she Korean, Canadian, or American? As an immigrant, it can be very difficult to know. In actuality, she doesn't belong to any of these worlds, but each world belongs to her, and each world contributes to who she is. This realisation allows her to say goodbye to her past lives, to say goodbye to what could have been, and to be at peace with the choices she has made. Every decision, every migration, and every relationship makes Nora the person she is, and in this lifetime, she is exactly where she is meant to be. Maybe we too are exactly where we're supposed to be in this lifetime, but who knows where we will end up in our future lives. Beautiful.